Okay. Hare Krishna, everyone. First time going live. Here I am. Great. I am going to read from Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat. And see how it goes. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Srila Gaura Haridas, my beloved spiritual master. Okay. Adi Kanda, Chapter 1. Summary of the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya. I worship the lordships Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sri Nityananda Prabhu, whose long arms extend down to their knees, whose beautiful complexions have the color and radiance of molten gold. They have initiated the congregational chanting of the names of Lord Krishna, and their elongated eyes are like red lotuses. They are the maintainers of the universe, the topmost of the Brahmanas, the guardians of religious principles for this age, the munificent benefactors of all living entities, and the most merciful and compassionate incarnations of Godhead. O Lord, you are the eternal truth, unconditioned by past, present, and future, and yet you have now appeared as the son of Sri Jagannath Mishra. I offer repeated obeisances unto you, along with your intimate servitors, your unalloyed devotees, your sons, your renounced Goswami disciples, and the devotional process of chanting the holy names of Lord Krishna, and your consorts, Sri Bhudevi, who appeared as Sri Vishnu Priya, Sri Devi, who appeared as Sri Lakshmi Priya, and Sri Leela Devi, also known as Neela or Durga, who manifested Navadvip Dhamma, and the two Gadadharas. One is Sri Gadadhara Pandit, the expansion of Srimati Radharani, and the other is Sri Gadadhara Bhatta from South India, who is Sri Ranga Devi, and Damodara, Narahara, Ramananda, Jagananda, and all of your unlimited associates. I worship the two brothers, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sri Nityananda Prabhu, who are the embodiments of magnanimity. By their inconceivable potency, they are the transcendental, eternal, supreme controllers of all. They have now descended to the material world. All glories to Sri Gaura Sundara, the supremely powerful Lord of pure transcendence. He has an aura of molten gold, with lotus petal eyes, and his long, graceful arms extend to his knees. While he sings the glories of the Lord, he dances in various pleasing postures, as his heart is inundated by the ecstatic emotions of the devotional mellows. All glories to the moon-like Sri Krishna Chaitanya. He is the fully independent Supreme Person, always engaged in transcendental pastimes. He is the Lord of the universe, the supreme controller of all controllers, and the personification of transcendence. All glories to the devotees of Sri Gaurachandra. All glories to the ecstatic dancing of the Lord's intimate associates. In the beginning, I offer my humble obeisances to the feet of the loving, confidential devotees of Lord Sri Chaitanya. I then offer my obeisances to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. He has incarnated in Navadvip, and he is known as Vishvambara. That same Supreme Personality of Godhead has declared in the Vedas and Srimad Bhagavatam 11:19-21, worship of my devotees is superior to worship of me. This is something we talk about a lot. Worship of my devotees is superior to worship of me. Lord Krishna said to Uddhava, "O Uddhava, serving my devotees is many times better than worshiping me. Therefore, I offer my worshipful prayers unto the devotees of the Lord before I begin to write this book. By this act, my present endeavor will be successful. I offer my respectful obeisances to my worshipful Lord and spiritual master, Sri Nityananda Raya, by whose mercy the transcendental pastimes of Lord Sri Chaitanya become spontaneously manifest. With 1,000 tongues, we should incessantly glorify the Supreme Lord Balarama, because his 1,000 mouths, as Ananta Sesa, constantly glorify Lord Krishna. Just as priceless gems are kept in secure custody, so also the invaluable jewel of knowledge about Krishna's pastimes is kept safely in the mouth of Ananta Deva. Therefore, the tongue, which initially glorifies Balarama, will automatically be qualified to vibrate the transcendental pastime of Sri Chaitanya. The Supreme Lord Haladhara holds his 1,000 hoods like snakes. He is a gigantic figure and the source of all inspiration. As Nityananda, he is fully transcendental and eternally existent, intoxicated by the nectar of Sri Chaitanya. Whoever sings or hears about Nityananda's mundane character is offered the supreme shelter of Lord Chaitanya. Mahesa and his consort, Parvati Devi, take great pleasure in eulogizing the object of their love, Sankarsana, Nityananda Prabhu. In the midst of a million fresh young maidens, the pure devotee, Sri Siva, and his consort pour out nectarine devotional hymns to Lord Sankarsana. All of this is revealed in the 5th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Balarama is worshipped by the entire Vaishnava world with songs of praise. Balaram dances with his gopis in Vrindavan, and their rasa dance is the pinnacle of sublimity. The Puranas describe that Balaram performs his rasa dance during the 2 months of spring, Madhu and Madhava. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, these verses narrating the subject are spoken by Sukadev Goswami to Maharaj Parikshit. Balaram spent the moonlight nights of the month of Madhu and Madhava with the cowherd damsels in the supramundane abode of Vrindavan. The place was set aglow with the rays of the moon. The lotus and kadamba flowers bloomed freely under the influence of the moon's rays, and a soft breeze circulated their scent. In the groves of the bank of the Yamuna, Balaram danced with the gopis, increasing their conjugal mood. The Supreme Lord Balaram, like an exquisite gem, decorated by the cluster of gopis, performed his pleasurable pastimes. He behaved like Indra's elephant, Araveda, the controller of many she-elephants. The Gandharvas observed the rasa dance and offered their prayers. The sound of kettle drums rose from the heavens. The demigods joyously joyously showered flowers upon them. Oh, sorry. Joyously showered flowers upon them. And the Gandharvas and sages worshipped the supreme Lord Balaram with verses praising his activities. The sages unequivocally denounce association with women, yet they sing hymns in praise of Balaram's rasa dance with his cowherd damsels. The demigods attended Balaram's rasa dance to shower flower petals. They know there is no difference between Lord Krishna and Lord Balaram, Haladara. The transcendental qualities of Balaram are obscure in the four Vedas, but the Puranas describe them boldly. What power do I have to describe them? However, out of ignorance, some people disregard the Puranas and reject Balaram's rasa dance as inauthentic. The two brothers, Lord Krishna and Balaram, performed the Rasa Krida pastimes with the gopis in the same place of Vrindavan. Once, on the radiant full moon night, at the end of the Shiva Rativrata, Lord Krishna and Lord Balaram were playing Holi in the midst of the beautiful maidens of Vrindavan. Krishna and Balaram were both pleasingly decorated with the finest jewelry, sandalwood pulp, wildflower garlands, and exquisite clothes. The fortunate gopis sang sweetly, their hearts and songs enraptured by love for Krishna and Balaram. As Krishna and Balaram praised the beauty of the nightfall, the moon and the stars appeared. The fragrance of Arabian jasmine intoxicated the bumblebees, and a light breeze carried the aromas of white lilies and lotus flowers. Considering that very moment to be appropriate, Krishna and Balaram began their pleasurable dalliances. They sang together for the pleasure of all living entities, their voices rising and falling melodiously. If a person, after reading Srimad Bhagavatam, is not affectionately inclined towards Lord Balarama, then he is rejected by the Supreme Lord Vishnu and his devotees. In the words of Srimad Bhagavatam, a non-believer is a Yavana, a barbarian. He is destined to suffer in hell, birth after birth. Faithless persons, who are like eunuchs, make emotional gesticulations, foolishly challenging, which scripture describes the rasa dance of Balaram. Who is so sinful that even after reading the scriptures, he cannot accept the truth, but misinterprets the real meaning and gives his own distorted understanding? Balaram is the abode of Lord Chaitanya's deep affection. Thus, offense at Balaram's lotus feet destroys all possibility of salvation. Sri Balaram appears in various forms, along with all the incarnations of Lord Krishna, thus manifesting different characteristics in his loving service to the Lord. In his incarnation at Lakshmana, the younger brother of Lord Ramachandra, Balaram enacted the role of the Lord's servitor. Yet in his manifestations with Lord Krishna, Balaram serves him in every respect, as a friend, as a brother, by fanning him, putting him to sleep, glorifying him with Vedic invocations, and expanding himself as his house, umbrella, attire, jewelry, and seat. In this Stotrarata 37, O Lord, your direct partial expansion, Ananta Sesa, is the source of all the various ingredients for your service in the transcendental realm of Vaikuntha. Ananta Ses is famous because he is manifest as your residence, bed, throne, shoes, clothes, jewelry, etc. When shall I see you with Lakshmi Devi seated upon the throne of Ananta Ses? Ananta Ses' partial expansion is the mighty Sri Garuda, whose satisfaction is derived from acting as the Lord's carrier in every pastime. Ananta's devotees include Brahma, Shiva, the four Kumaras, Srila Vasudev, Sukadev Goswami, and Narada Muni. His glorious qualities are unlimited and are not fully understood by anyone. He is the original personality, the greatest mystic, the Supreme Lord, and the greatest devotee of all the Vaishnavas. Thus far, you have heard about the wonderful services performed by Anantases. Now hear about his great opulence. Anantases is enthroned in the lower planetary system of Patala as his own source and repose. All worship him, as his 1,000 mouths continually taste the unlimited nectar of Krishna Prem. In the court of Brahma, Narada Muni plays on his vinya, and with well-composed verses, he sings the wonderful glories of Ananta. Is it humanly possible to know the supramundane nature of Anantadev? Just by his glance, he sets in motion the three modes of material nature that are the cause of this world's creation, maintenance, and annihilation. Although he is one, he supports the entire variegated material cosmic manifest himself within the pores of his person. He is beginningless and eternal. Other than Lord Sankarsana, Anantases, who can offer shelter to persons devoid of all material aspirations. He is the support upon which the material world manifests and acts. That Supreme Lord, the cause of all causes, has appeared in his sublime form. He is the most powerful in comparison. The power of a lion is insignificant. He performs pure transcendental pastimes to capture the hearts of his dear devotees. And he destroys countless sins by manifesting his transcendental form. What more is there to say than this? Hearing or calling out the name of Lord Anantadev, either respectfully or accidentally, purifies one. Even a most degraded person is purified if he just tauntingly utters the name of Sri Ananta. Anantadev's mighty potency is beyond measure. That Supreme Lord carries upon just one of his 1,000 heads the entire universe, with all its living entities, mountains, and rivers, and that universe appears to be only a minute atomic speck. Even if a person acquires 1,000 tongues, how can he describe the power of the omnipotent Supreme Lord, omnipotent Supreme Lord? Anantadev is his own shelter and source, filled with unlimited power and strength. While residing in the lower planetary system of Rasatala, with complete ease born from his detachment, he holds this gigantic cosmic manifestation. This material world's creation, maintenance, and annihilation, as well as the three modes of material nature, are activated by his glance. Who can fathom Anantadev's non-dual, transcendental, eternal, and unborn existence? Out of mercy towards the living entities, the Lord manifests his supramundane spiritual form, while he performs his variegated pastimes. All living entities reside within that transcendental form. The mighty Lord Nrsimhadev represents but a wave in the ocean of the Lord's unlimited pastimes, which satisfy the hearts of his devotees. Anantadev's unlimited names, when heard or chanted by anyone in any manner, immediately sever the noose of innumerable births and deaths. Thus, the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord always appreciate those who glorify him. Anantases is the supreme destination of the entire universe. His holy name is the only means for the redemption of the living entities. The Lord holds upon his head the unlimited material nature, along with